Welcome to today's webinar on Manager Dashboard and Enrollment. We're excited to have you join us. There are just a few things to note. The Zoom Q&A box is open for any questions that you may have throughout today's session. A recording of this session and the slide deck will be sent out afterward to anyone who has registered for this session, and we will also be sending any Q&As that we've received along with links to additional resources that may be helpful. Let's get started with today's agenda. We'll begin with some short introductions. We'll talk about the Brightspace basics of Manager Dashboard. Then we'll provide a demo in the Brightspace platform. To finish off, we'll have a discussion time and an opportunity for continued Q&A. A little bit about us. My name is Christina Bifus, and I'm a Customer Enablement Specialist here at D2L. I have my colleagues Victoria and Alvaro here with me today. They will be answering any questions that you may have in the Q&A and posting resources in the chat. Before we dive in, I would like to take a moment to review or introduce some terms. You might have heard of D2L or Brightspace before. To clarify, D2L is the company that we work for, and Brightspace, which is a learning management system, is our product. The Brightspace community is a hub of resources where you can connect with other Brightspace users and seek out additional information on Brightspace. Toward the end of this webinar, we will let you know how to connect with the community if you haven't already done so. Let's dive into the basics of the tools that we will be exploring. First up, we have user attributes. User attributes are little pieces of information about a user, like their hire date or job title, which can help you to personalize users' learning experiences. You can also think of user attributes as sort of a tag. Next, we have learning groups. Learning groups automate course enrollment and track learner progress. Administrators can create groups based on shared user attributes such as job role, location, hire date, or department, and assign courses to the entire group. As new users with matching attributes are added to Brightspace, they're automatically grouped and enrolled in the appropriate courses. Finally, we have Manager Dashboard, which enables managers to assign courses and track learning progress for their direct reports. Commonly used in corporate settings, it is also used to support professional learning in educational institutions. Managers can view their team, assign training, and monitor completion all in one place. Here are key features of each tool. User attributes stores individual details such as role, team, department, and more. These attributes can be used to automatically assign learner-specific courses through learning groups. Learning groups automatically group users based on shared attributes and enroll them in relevant courses with relative due dates. As new users are added, they're enrolled based on matching attributes. And the Manager Dashboard allows managers to assign learning, track team progress, and download completion reports. It also provides visibility into organizational hierarchy to support professional learning oversight. Now we're going to get into the best part, which is seeing it live in the environment. So here I am on the Brightspace homepage, logged in as Annie Adams, a Brightspace administrator at her organization. I will begin by showing you user attributes first. If you have the appropriate permissions, you'll find user attributes here in the admin tools under related tools. Here we can see users who have associated attributes. We can see the last time when they were updated and the details of each individual user's attributes. If I click on the details for Amelia Brooks, I will see the company that she works for, her department, her employee role, her hire date, who her manager is, as well as her role category. Next, we have attribute definitions. This is a list of all the attributes that are available within Brightspace, whether they're text-based or multi-value. Multi-value means that there can be more than one of that attribute assigned to each individual. You can also work with D2L to create custom attributes if that's something your organization requires. Finally, we have in here bulk attribute upload. Here you can upload a CSV file of your user attributes. Let's download the template to have a look at what this looks like. Using the template, you can fill in the appropriate attributes. So we've got username, affiliated org units, and so on. Whatever the information that is required can be filled in here. It's important to note that the template file contains an example data row that will need to be replaced with the desired values. Now let's head into learning groups. Under my professional learning tab here on the nav bar, I've got my learning groups. I can also access learning groups from the admin tools here if it is not in your nav bar. Once this loads, you'll be able to see that I am the administrator of 5 learning groups, and I'm going to click right into the upskilling learning group. In the group, there are 16 group members, and by clicking on the learning tab, I can see the different learning associated with this group. There is an annual compliance training course, as well as a professional development learning path containing 2 courses that have been assigned to this group. I can see that no one has yet completed the compliance training. Let's click into the compliance training course. This allows me to view the learner's progress as well as the last time they accessed the course. By clicking on the options menu here, I can assign the course to other folks, and I see that all of the group members have been assigned the course already. I can also edit the due date to change it to another specific due date, or I can change it to a relative date. And the final option allows me to remove learning, and that would then take away the learning from the entire group. By clicking on a group member's name, I am able to see all the learning that they have been assigned, their progress, if that is something that's being tracked, and any completed learning that they have. So as you can see here for Amelia Brooks, she has completed 50% of the course, and the last time she accessed it was on the 12th of August. So user attributes and learning groups are really foundational tools for the Manager Dashboard. Now let's have a look at the Manager Dashboard. So here I am again, but I'm signed in as Logan Stewart, and I'm going to access the Manager Dashboard by selecting from my professional learning here, Manager Dashboard. And when I first click into the Manager Dashboard, I land on the Manager View page. And so you can see on the People tab, I get an overview of my direct reports. And I can see that 2 of them are people leaders with their own teams, which we can see here at the top. And on the Learning tab, I have an overview of the learning that has been assigned to my team members. I can also generate completion reports in the format of CSV files for learning that has been assigned to my team. Going back to the People tab here, I can assign learning individually by selecting the learner to whom I would like to assign the learning, or I can select everyone here and assign learning by clicking on Assign Learning once I have selected all the folks to whom I would like to assign the learning. So I'm going to click right into Amelia Brooks, and I can see as the manager that she has completed 50% of this course, and that the last time she accessed it was August 12th. I can see her completed learning by clicking on completed learning, which is none at this time. And I can also assign learning to her by clicking on assigning learning and selecting a course to be assigned to her. To view the progress of my entire team for the course, I can click into, I'm going to head back to here, click on to Annual Compliance Training, and here I'll be able to see the progress for my entire team. And I can also get the completion details of the course as well. These details are just under the Learning tab, so if I go back to that Manager View page, I can see that directly from the Learning tab, I can get the details for my entire team. Heading back into the Manager View and to the People tab, I also have access to the learning details of the direct reports, of my direct reports, by drilling further down into a team. So if I were to click on the team that belongs to Benjamin Wilson and select Angela here, I can see that she has begun a few courses, as well as the progress that she's made and the last time she accessed these courses. So that concludes our quick overview of the Manager Dashboard. Before we get into our discussion and questions portion for today, I would like to call out a few D2L programs that you can participate in. The first one is the D2L Champions program. Being a champion gives you the opportunity to receive points for things like attending webinars, submitting blog posts, and even giving us reviews online. You can then redeem your points for gift cards and additional D2L services. Please use the link in the chat to become a D2L champion today. We also have an upskilling community group that you can join to connect with other professional learners who use Brightspace. In the group, you can ask questions, post in discussions, and get ideas on new ways to use the platform. If you are not yet part of the group, we invite you to join it today using the link in the chat or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Today's session was one of a series of webinars. Here's a look at the topics that we have coming up. If you have not yet registered for them, you can use the link in the chat to do so today. Finally, we'd love to hear your feedback. Please take a moment to complete our post-session survey. Your input helps us to improve future sessions to meet your needs better. To participate, you can use the link in the chat or scan the QR code on the screen. This concludes the webinar for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, a recording of the session and the slide deck will be shared with anyone who registered. Take care.